And how do we get here with this Texas dickhead cop earning the hate?
Come on.
What is the law designed to do, sir?
Oh, I know you want
designed to
compliance.
stop people from
I know
doing
you
things
want
that they're not
voluntary
supposed to be
compliance.
doing.
I know you want voluntary compliance.
Okay, go ahead and put your hands on the back.
Wow.
1717 Williamsburg Drive, female, one to me tall with a gray shirt and a white undershirt with camel pants.
Welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. So this cop, okay, if you want to watch a whole video without my input, it's on the civil rights lawyer. He kind of covered this. The only thing, and I think he did a good job, and I like this guy. He holds cops accountable. But the only thing that he missed, I think, is there is a law, and I just don't feel like looking it up. I'm sure I can find it. But I believe it's a Supreme Court law that says if somebody wants to put it in the comments, they can if they want to look it up. Once an officer returns your driver's license and your registration, your paperwork to you, the traffic stop is considered done and over. Any other detention or arrest must be formed with new independent probable cause. This is to stop tyrant cops like this little piece of shit in Texas City, Texas. And I'm going to put his name and I'll put the contact to the PD. Cause this guy is a freaking asshole tyrant. He's like, I'm a dick. I don't want to be that big of a dick. No, you are that big of a dick. You're a tyrant. And, when your ass gets run over or when cops get hurt, I hope people remember what a dickhead like you are being and what a piece of shit you are. And I hope someday you get some karma back cause you're a piece of shit cop. So he stops this dude for speeding through a parking lot. Now, behind the scenes, what happened? This cop is pissed because he was sitting there playing around in it saying he was writing reports. I don't believe that. But he's saying he was writing a report and this guy sped by him and now he had to start his car and drive over to exert his power and to show this guy who's boss and to get this guy to kiss his ass.
Don't walk up to my car, please. Hey, man, you can't drive.
Immediate dick. Don't walk up to my car. The car's already stopped. He's not having to detain him. He just pulled up. What, you can't walk up to a police car now? Is there some new law in Texas that I'm not aware of? You can't walk up to a police car? Well, you can't when Johnny Dickhead here, Officer Texas, what's his name? Shit. Harrell. Officer Scott Harrell.
I like that. You got your driver's license insurance?
So this is where when I tell you that only pussy cops write tickets because they're too scared to go deal with real crime. This guy is a big ass pussy. I don't even know him. He's only been a cop for 4 years. Probably thinks he's Mr. in shape, got tattoos, probably shaves his head so he can be a badass. And I'd probably still whip his ass on a bad day because he's a pussy. But I'm not encouraging violence. I'm just saying this guy's a pussy.
Any weapons in the car I need to worry about?
Any weapons in the car that I need to know about. This is how you know that you're dealing with a tyrant.
I agree. In today's day and age, you stopped a guy who's going to work, filling up his car, and now is there any weapons I need to worry about? Why the fuck do I need to tell you? Either I'm a criminal and I'm planning on shooting you, in which case I'm not going to tell you, or I'm a law-abiding citizen in Texas and I'm allowed to have guns, so what difference does it make, dickhead cop?
Is there any particular reason why you felt you needed to come through the parking lot like that?
So this cop is what I'm talking about. Instead of saying, you committed this violation, I'm writing you a ticket. You're committing this violation, I'm going to give you a warning. This cop wants to get into an argument, and he wants you to kiss the ring, bow down to him, and kiss his ass. And because this guy doesn't, and he calls him out, this little pussy cop gets his feelings hurt, and he's going to arrest this guy, give him a permanent criminal record, ruin his life, book him, have his wife come get his car, ruin this guy's entire day because this incompetent cop left his ticket book at the office and didn't bring it so he could write a freaking ticket. And let me tell you something. You can't be arresting people just because you don't have a ticket book, which is what this asshole did. Not only that, he gave the guy his license back and says, I'm not writing you a ticket. The traffic stop was over at that point, but he wanted to continue to talk and jack this guy up, and he wanted to talk this guy into an arrest so he could be big man and flex his government powers with his little dickhead uniform being a tough cop. And this is why good citizens hate cops now.
I didn't think I did anything wrong. I just came over to get gas.
You were speeding and you cut through parking spaces. You know you can't do that.
Wow, you cut through parking spaces. That's really a big crime. Fucking borders open, people running all over the damn place, robbing. People are running out of stores, stealing shit, $1,000. DAs want... Yeah, this is your big crime of the century, Mr. Dickhead Pussy Cop. A guy drove across some parking spots. You notice the cop did not say anything about endangering anybody or almost getting an accident. That's critical on why this guy is lying and he's making up the story to arrest this guy.
I didn't think I was doing anything, man.
I mean, you
all
walked
I'm doing
around.
is coming to get gas.
Yep. Oh, are we gonna go back and forth, or are you just gonna?
You asked me a question. You want me to answer it or not? I'm not.
This cop is totally just wanting this guy to bow down and kiss his ass, which he kind of gets when he gets him in handcuffs.
Okay.
If anything, I thought I was going even slower than normal.
No, sir.
Because
You
normally
were
people don't even park where you park, and that's the direct path to the gas pumps.
through the parking spaces. Is the direct.
I do realize that. I know that there's parking spaces there.
And you
There's
almost hit that car that was turning right there. I was watching, man. As soon as you cut.
So now it's you almost hit the car. In a minute, it's going to be the car had to jump out of your way so you wouldn't hit it. Watch how the story is advancing. He didn't say that at first. He just said he cut through parking lots, right? He didn't mention anything about almost hitting. But because the guy isn't bowing down to him, now we're adding to the story.
In front of me like that, I was like looking and I watched it happen. So
I come here every day. There's almost never, ever anybody. You were sitting there this morning.
Okay, so this guy is a little kind of stepping on his dick out here a little bit. So what if you come here every day? I don't care. I speed every day, and just because you're here, you're going to write me a speed ticket? That's not a really good defense. Shut the fuck up when you talk to these cops. Make them tell you what they want. Give them your shit and fight it in court. You're going to lose if you mess with cops nowadays. They're freaking tyrants. They're not people. They're enemies of the people. They're freaking all assholes. There's no standards. There's no integrity. There's no ethics. It is about revenue collection, writing tickets, doing easy shit because I'm too much of a pussy to go stop crime.
Morning. Now, last week for about 3 days, someone was parking there. But if I come here 365 days a year, which I do, there's someone sitting there maybe 10 times. So there's never ever a car there. So yeah, I go through there because it's the straight path.
This guy's fully admitting that he did it, which really doesn't matter. He either did or he didn't. The guy's got on camera, he's getting a ticket or not. But how does this help his case? Don't argue with the cops. They're tyrants. They have the power. It's like arguing with the king. The king can order you beheaded and killed. He can take all your assets. There's no rules for the king. Cops are kings now, and you are a peasant.
From the entryway to here, which is what you're going to see everybody else.
Which is why nobody cries when the king dies.
But I mean, you know, I hear you, man. I got it. To you, it looked like I was going fast. To me, I thought I was going even slower than normal because I didn't want to.
This guy's not really being a dickhead. He's arguing and bringing up stupid shit, but there's no reason for this cop to take offense for this other than he didn't bow down. Oh, officer, I'm really sorry, man. You're right. I so apologize, man. I blacked the blue. You guys do have a hard job, and I'm sure you guys got better things to do, and I'm so sorry that I inconvenienced you. That's what the freaking pussy cop wanted.
Get too close to you.
Now remember, there's a difference between what you have the right to do and what's in your best interest to do. Some too much. Remember that you're dealing, again, with this tyrant who has no respect for your rights.
Correct.
He wants to invade your privacy. He wants to violate your constitutional rights. For your registration, whatever.
So right about now, dickhead decides, shit, I can't write him a ticket. I didn't bring my shit because I'm an incompetent dumbass. Because I'm running around not able to do my job, but I still get paid. And therefore I can just act like a tough guy, but I'll go out here and make it look like I'm a nice guy. Even though I'm a dick.
okay. So
I'm not kidding you either, man. I come here every...
This guy will not shut the fuck up. He could have let the cop finish, This is what I call talking your way into bullshit.
Day, dude. I send pictures of my wife the price of the gas here every day when I come through.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with what you did right now, dude. Nothing.
So, anyway.
Here's the deal, man. Okay, I'm not going to go back and forth and all that. I'm not going to write you tickets.
I don't want to go back and forth. Remember he said that? He does want to go back and forth. And he will go back and forth, and he'll arrest this guy. But he says, I'm not going to write you a ticket. That's it. It's done. It's over. You stopped him, you used discretion, and it's terminated.
But the only reason I'm not writing you tickets is because I'm out of tickets right now.
Oh, only because I'm out of tickets I'm not writing you. Doesn't change anything. He said he's not writing you. He didn't have a ticket book. Let's move the fuck on.
Okay, otherwise you would be receiving a citation.
So now we have to threaten to tell you what a great guy I am, how lucky you are that my lazy dumbass that can't go do crime can't write you a ticket, fine you, raise your insurance, and then I get overtime when I go to court, and I can just prey on citizens, guys who are working, not criminals, not guys out there peaceful protesting and robbing shit. No. This guy's filling up his gas, paying taxes, going to work. This is who the police think are the enemy.
For what? What did the citation? I'm just curious.
Disregarding traffic control device.
On private property?
Yes.
Okay.
You still can't do that. It's still illegal.
I didn't think he could ride on private property. I haven't looked it up.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to write you a ticket.
Gave him his shit back. I'm not going to write you a ticket. Done. Over. Finished. Supreme Court ruled. Once you do this, you can't get your panties in a knot if guy goes, you're a dick. Have a nice day. Oh, I'm going to write you a ticket now. Because guess what? That's what cops used to do. And the Supreme Court said that's bullshit. And you know what? Cops say, fuck the Supreme Court. We've got immunity. We'll do what the fuck we want. We don't care. And that's exactly what this cop is, which is why I hope his ass gets fired. And I hope everyone that watches this calls the PD and raises hell and demands this guy be fired because he has no business being a cop.
I hear you, man. I understand.
It's over. Shut the fuck up and leave.
I don't appreciate the attitude.
Now I don't appreciate the attitude. Now we're going to get into personal shit. Okay? I'm done with the traffic stop. Now I'm going to get into personal shit, see if I can get you to say something or do something that I can arrest you.
So I get it. You're upset. Nobody likes cops pulling up on them. Nobody likes it. Okay? But you know you did wrong. You know you're not supposed to cut through the parking lot. And instead of being like, oh yeah, I messed up. Sorry, it won't happen.
I messed up. I'm sorry. You didn't kiss my ass. You didn't kiss the ring.
Again, you want to sit here and go back and forth with me. Right?
Didn't he say it's over and I'm not writing you a ticket? I don't want to go back and forth. Remember when the cop said that earlier? Because he's a dickhead and he's provoking. This is the cop that shows up, escalates everything, gets in people's faces, and becomes a dick.
There's a lot better things than this to be doing for you.
You're right. I was working on a report.
You can be over here. There's people right now running 90 miles an hour on the thing.
You want to go to jail?
So now, because I don't like what you're saying, because you're exercising your free speech and you're calling me out on my bullshit, I'm going to exert government power and threaten to take away your liberties after I've already let you go. That's like saying a cop writes you a ticket, a week later he runs to you in the grocery store and you bump into him in a cart and goes, hey, didn't I let you go? I'm going to write you a ticket now or arrest you. This is bullshit. This cop, I hope, gets fired, but he won't.
You could go to jail for that, okay? But the attitude is not necessary.
I agree.
Neither is the attitude from you, dickhead tyrant.
That's on your part, sir. I haven't been rude to you at all.
You haven't been rude. You're fucking unlawfully detaining him. Your detention is over. You pulled up, you warned him, you gave him his shit back. Now you are unlawfully detaining him and threatening him to go to jail because you don't like what he say. Meanwhile, you can get in your car and leave, but you choose not to because you're a dickhead.
That's fine.
I have a camera on. I can't be rude to you.
Okay. All right.
I will get in trouble. You go file a complaint based on my behavior. They will.
He should file a complaint. I'll file a fucking complaint. I hope everybody files a complaint that watches this.
Decide whether or not to get me in trouble. Write me up.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. We're good, man.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll make sure that I'm there all the time. If I see it happen again, then
Okay.
we'll go.
So not only am I going to arrest you, not only am I going to tell you I don't want you filing a complaint on me, now I'm going to tell you I'm staking out this parking lot because it's personal and I'm going to be watching for you. That sounds like threats under the color of authority. But don't worry about it. He's a cop. Back the blue till it happens to you.
From there, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll look that law up on private property too. I don't believe you.
Cop was walking away. Walking away. All right. Traffic stop over. And now he's in handcuffs.
You have the authority to do anything here on this parking lot like that.
I could also take you to jail for Class B reckless driving. Or
Okay.
Class A reckless driving. Because you did almost hit that car.
I didn't know.
So now he almost hit a car. Earlier he went through parking spots. Then there was a car, and now he almost hit it. The story gets deeper and deeper because this cop is a lying piece of shit who is going to make up anything so he can exert his power and authority.
Almost hit anybody. I was nowhere near. There's cameras everywhere. You can do what you want to do, Harold. I can't stop you. If you want to be this way, then that's up to you. I'm trying to be a reasonable
Are you having
person.
a bad day,
I
sir?
think
Is there a reason why you're acting like
I'm
this?
having a bad day because
Have I raised my
you're
voice to
doing
you at
this
all?
to me.
Have I raised my voice to you at all?
Cop could have left so long ago. This is an unlawful detention. And this guy, I'm not saying this guy isn't the smartest tool in the shed. He needs to shut the fuck up and walk away. However, he's a citizen. The other cop is paid by taxpayers, and he's supposed to be supporting and defending the Constitution and doing what's legal, not being a freaking tyrant.
Oh, sir. You're the only one who's getting upset.
I'm upset because I think this is ridiculous. I think this whole thing is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous.
What do you specifically do you think is ridiculous?
Back and forth. I don't want to go back and forth. Cop ain't leaving.
That we're even talking about nothing happened, and here we are talking, and you're threatening to take me to jail.
No, I'm
And
just
so I
advising you
shouldn't
that
be getting
it's an option.
upset.
I don't call it a threat, sir.
No, it's
an
a
option.
threat. That is a threat.
Absolutely a threat. It's to intimidate.
You're threatening me under color of law now to take something on private
Color
property.
Okay, when he said under the color of law, this pisses the cop off. He kind of triggered a little bit.
Which I don't believe you even have the authority to do.
It's a
but now
dictionary
you're wondering-
term, sir.
Okay.
It comes from black laws.
No, it's not. It's a
Dictionary.
Class A misdemeanor for you to threaten to arrest me over something that you know it's not really true. But that's okay.
What's the penal code on that, sir?
So anytime a cop starts asking you what the law is and what this is, they're baiting you. Don't take the bait. This cop doesn't care if he knows or not. He just wants to prove how superior you are that you don't even know the section. Even if this guy spit out a section, he would say, that's not what it means. You don't know the law. That's not what the section really says. And blah, blah, blah. You're not going to freaking win, people.
You.
Okay. We're good.
Trust you.
We're good.
I don't feel like we are. I feel like this is,
So let me tell you what's going through the cop's mind right now. This dude's going to call and complain on me. And if I don't arrest him, then I'm not going to have a good leg to stand on because I didn't write him a ticket and I didn't arrest him. And now he's going to complain. Because the first thing they say to cops when you get a complaint is, why didn't you write him a ticket? If you broke the law, why didn't you write him a ticket? And personally, me, I'd be like, because I don't like writing freaking tickets. And I give everybody a warning. So that's why I didn't write him a ticket. Doesn't change anything. But a lot of cops are paranoid that if you take enforcement action, it automatically tips the scales in your favor that the guy making the complaint is just pissed off because he got a ticket.
this is a problem.
How's it a problem?
I feel like you're going to continue to commit these behaviors that are unsafe and put people at risk.
So now the cop is going to, like he's a good, caring government, and he wants to keep people safe. And this might continue. So now we're going to pretext crime. You might do this in the future, so I have to arrest you. This guy is a freaking lying tyrant.
So
You
now
don't
we're
feel
gonna
like
have
you
to
did
pick
anything
for
wrong.
something that's possible they may do in the future. So now we're playing Jean-Claude Van Damme, future cop, and you need to stop me from something I'm.
Now look, for the record, I think this guy has the absolute right to say everything he's saying. I think he should be able to say, dude, you're a fucking dickhead. Go do something else. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm not detained. I'm not committing a crime. You've terminated the traffic stop. Go get a fucking life. Turn around and walk away. I totally defend all that to him saying that. But with the cops nowadays, because they're all pussies and they all got little egos and they get their little tattoos offended because they want to be tough and then they want to cry if somebody calls them on their bullshit.
may do in the future. That's now your position. you're feeling like you should take action because maybe sometime in the future I might possibly continue.
He's got a great point. But he's just arguing with the king who can behead your ass. And now the king is going to handcuff him because he can.
Do something? Come on.
What is the law designed to do, sir?
Oh, I know you want
Designed to
compliance.
stop
I
people from
know
doing
you
things
want
that they're not
voluntary
supposed to be
compliance.
doing.
I know you want voluntary compliance.
So any court reviewing this video would say, look, this is obviously right here a consensual encounter. You're asking him questions. You're having a conversation with him. You've already given him his license. The traffic stop is over, and he has not committed any other crime or new, independent, probable cause for you to go under the color of authority and arrest him. Any court would see that. Very clear. But in this day and age, cops win. Cops can do what the hell they want. And pesky citizens are just their victims.
Go ahead and put your hands on your back.
Wow.
1717 Williamsburg Drive.
Chicken shit, absolutely unlawful arrest.
One to me tall with a gray shirt, a white undershirt with camel pants, black hat.
Legislature doesn't.
My left arm.
Well, I mean, I don't. Would you like 2 sets of handcuffs?
No, my head hurts.
Okay, we can
There's
do
a
2
big
sets of
scar
handcuffs.
right there, guy.
I know. We can do 2 sets of handcuffs.
I cannot believe you're doing this.
Well, sir, I'm concerned that you're going to continue.
Raise your hand if you think this cop is concerned that this guy is going to continue unsafe behavior. Raise your hand. If your hand's up, you're a damn idiot. This cop don't give a shit. This is about ego and abuse of power.
To do this unsafe behavior. So,
I'm from
I've seen.
residence. Has no water.
I can do 2 sets of handcuffs. You
I
want to do 2
cannot
sets of-
believe that you're doing this, dude.
Well, I mean, it didn't have to go this way.
No, it never did. None of this ever happened.
Yeah, it didn't. You could have left. You could have not been a dick. You couldn't be a fucking pussy that where you have to jump. See, this is the type of guy that would never take his badge off and go toe-to-toe with somebody. His only power is he's got a gun, a badge. He doesn't have any consequences, and he gets to call on the radio for all his brothers in blue to come back him up. Otherwise, this guy is a complete pussy.
Needed to happen, I don't believe.
Okay, well, I disagree with you.
Okay, I know.
What would you like me to do with your car? You want to call somebody or do I tow it?
Do we really need to do this, Harold?
I mean, I didn't think we did.
I didn't think we did either, sir. Man.
So now he's calling him sir. Guess what? Now other cops are like, see, we got the respect. This is what we need to do to get you pesky citizens to respect us. Is we just need to find a reason to arrest you and put you in a car, and then when you call us sir, then we'll let you go.
Okay, but I mean, you wanted to sit here and argue with me about.
Oh, he wanted to say, he's getting gas, you roll up on him, and it's his fault that he wanted to sit there.
What I observed with my own eyes. Okay, I'll go get a copy of the video.
I didn't think we were close, Harold, at all. I didn't
Not
think I was
me.
close
You
to
didn't
any
hit
what. No,
almost
you're
me.
talking
You
about the
hit
white
another
truck.
vehicle. Yes, you even know what truck I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so
What? I didn't think we were close, sir. I really didn't.
no, you were very close. They had to slam on their brakes.
So now they had to slam on their brakes. When it started, he just drove through parking lots. Now he's got another car slamming on the brakes.
Watched it happen. Okay, you came flying through the parking lot. Okay? So what are we going to do about the
I
car?
didn't think I was going that far.
You certainly were, sir. You definitely were. Okay? You definitely were. Okay, so what are we going to do with the car? I don't want to tow it, because that'd be being a real dick, and I'm...
Being a real dick. That would be being a real dick, and I'm trying not to be the dick. Really? This is what you call trying not to be a dick? Dude, you need to look in a mirror, because you're a dick and you don't even know it.
I'm trying not to be the dick. Okay, what would you like me to do with the car, sir?
What does this remind you of? The punishments to think.
This through to its conclusion. I know you're going to go to the police department and file a complaint on me.
I'm not
Now, the
gonna do
complaint's
that,
not
sir.
going to do anything because I have it all on video. Everything is recorded. I don't talk to anyone in the public
Actually, the complaint should do something, because you are dead fucking wrong.
unless I have my camera on. Okay?
I'm not gonna go
So-
blame Harold at all. I'm just a little.
So now the cop is trying to dissuade or encourage or coerce someone from not filing a complaint. That's probably against policy. It should be against policy. If anything, it's unethical. If I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't give a shit if you go file a complaint on me. Knock yourself out. I don't give a shit. This guy's begging not to go file a complaint or threatening.
Upset because I really, honestly...
Sir, I watched it happen. I was working on a report. I definitely have better things to do.
I didn't think that I did anything, Harold.
This is why Texas need to pass a law when cops arrest you and it's an unlawful arrest, they are personally reliable. That is the only way to stop tyrant cops from doing this shit.
I didn't think I did anything.
Well,
and it was very frustrating.
People don't think that. But I explained it to you, and then you wanted to argue with me.
Because I didn't think I did anything.
This experienced know-it-all cop has been a cop for 4 years. I got freaking underwear older than this cop.
I know I look young. This is not my first day on the job, sir. I promise.
It's nothing to do with any of that. I didn't think I did anything.
You almost hit that white truck.
I agree with you that that's what...
Please somebody find this cop when he gets his ass beat on some call, and so I can get pictures of his ass.
What you think? Then there's nothing I can do to change your point of view.
It's going to be on the cameras. I'm going to get copies of it.
I didn't think I did anything. It was frustrating for me to try to explain to you that I didn't think that I did anything, and you're not hearing me.
I hear you, sir. I disagree with you. So what do we want to do with the truck or with the car?
I'll have to call my wife, I guess.
Okay, well, let's call her. Where's your phone?
It's well, it's in my pocket. I just got through sending her the message about the...
Okay, well, how about I'm going to give you another set of handcuffs, because, like I said, I understand if you got... Hold on, let me stick this thing right here.
What am I being arrested for, Harold?
Disregarding traffic control device. Because a reckless driving charge is a much, much higher charge, and, again, like I said, I don't want to be that big of a dick.
He's such a nice guy. Isn't he a nice guy? Rick, there'll be cops here defending this guy. He was a nice guy. He didn't want to be a dick. He could have towed his car. That's where we're at now. Pretty soon cops will be like, he could have shot you. He was being a nice guy. He just tased you, pepper spray you, ran you over with your car, beat the shit out of you. He could have shot you. Why are you upset?
Any firearms in the car I need to know about? Anything like that?
No, I don't do anything.
Okay. Well, it's not illegal to have a firearm, sir.
True.
Then why are you asking? It ain't illegal if I got cookies in a car. You didn't ask me that. You probably already inspected it for fucking donuts, or you'd have been eating them.
I have multiple ones in
I understand.
various cars.
Put your phone in the car for her.
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
There's another phone right there.
I'll get it. I'll take care of it. We're gonna put another one on so you're back to my herd. So you want this phone left in the car and the other phone coming with you?
Yes, sir.
Where's it at?
It's right in the middle. We'll see about the parking brake.
Okay. I'll sit right.
So now listen to the story when he tells the cop what happened. It's a big different story. You would think this guy was being a complete dick and yelling at him and saying, I didn't do shit, fuck you. And listen to the way he explains what this guy did.
There, and he came through the parking lot and cut through all the spaces. And he came through so fast and whooped into here, and there was a white truck. The white truck had to slam on its brakes. So I come over here.
Didn't say any of that when he stopped him.
I was just going to be like, hey, man, chill out. Like, chill out. Don't be like that.
So my guess is this cop knows this guy's being a dick. This cop probably said, it's not in the video, dude, if you were going to write him a ticket, you don't really want to arrest this guy, why don't you, I've got a ticket book, you can use my ticket book. I mean, that's usually pretty common. If I had to write a ticket, I didn't write a lot of tickets, but if there was something I really needed to write a ticket, I'd call another unit and say, yo, man, I need a ticket. And I'll write it. No freaking big deal. It's not that hard. For this guy to say, I got to arrest you because I don't have a ticket book, or I don't like your attitude, or you had a reckless driving, or I think you're going to file a complaint on me. This guy's got more damn excuses than chins in a Chinese phone book. He is a tyrant dick. Not this guy.
Back and forth and argue with me and give me all kinds of stuff.
Argue with me, give me all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this guy was just horrible.
Like, I didn't have any tickets and I didn't grab a rider this morning, so I was like, man, look, it didn't have to go this way. He kept going back and forth, so I was like, all right.
He left out the part that I gave him his license back, I gave him his paperwork and said, I'm not going to write you a ticket. He left out that part.
You got something like that in your car? Yeah, I was gonna be. I'm a dick, but I'm not gonna be that big of a dick.
Oh, isn't he nice? I'm a dick, but I'm not that big of a dick. So being a dick is kind of like a proud thing in the blue line. So it's okay to be a dick, but not that big of a dick. This is the type of cop mentality that we have now.
I don't know this guy at all. I don't know anything about him. But he kept wanting to go back and forth and argue, and I was like, if I had a ticket book, I'd have just written him a ticket.
So he steps on his dick right here. If I had a ticket book, I'd have written him. So basically, that's why he arrested him, because he didn't have a freaking ticket book.
Okay, we're gonna do this a different way. So the other officer has a ticket book he's gonna let me use. You're gonna be receiving the citation, okay? And
see, at this point, he wants this guy to like bow down. Oh, thank you so much. You're so nice. You're not a dick. I love you. I'll never file a complaint on you. You're the greatest officer in the world. You could have arrested me and you didn't. You're such a nice guy. Fuck you, tyrant.
because I think going to jail is a bit excessive.
It wasn't excessive a few seconds ago, dickhead.
But, well, I agree with you, but I didn't have another option. I don't have another ticket book, and I don't have a ticket writer with me.
Yeah, your other option was to say, dude, I saw you speeding. I don't have a ticket book. You know, whatever. If I see you again, I'll write you whatever. Have a nice day. See you later. It's your lucky day. There's a lot of ways you could have done it.
So we're going to do it that way, okay? Step out for me.
Didn't have another option. I'm pretty sure he's
It presses that scar and it hurts.
The guy says that it tightened up when he sat down, which is probably another policy violation because most law enforcement, you're required to double lock handcuffs so they can't tighten. That's the whole purpose of having a double lock. So because it tightened up on him, Mr. Dickhead didn't follow policy and double lock the handcuffs.
Corey Shull's no longer in custody. Okay, I see you sign right here. It's not a admission of guilt.
Repeat your last.
Mr. Shull is no longer in custody. It's not an admission of guilt. It's just a promise you'll contact the court on or before the date and time that's written on here. You can contact the court at the bottom here. The information's there and also up there. Free to go, sir.
Notice when he gave him a ticket, he said, you're free to go. He was free to go when he gave him his license back and said, I'm giving you a warning. This guy's a dickhead. Let's get up to the news article on him. So let's see. A Texas police officer has been removed from the streets and under investigation. Growing controversy. Good. I hope he grows more. I'll put the contact in the description on how to call and contact this agency. Officer Scott Harrell's body cam happened in Texas City at Buc-ee's. When Christopher stopped to fill up with gas, everyone knows you cannot ride a traffic parking lot, Scully said. Harrell is a 4-year veteran. Ooh, he's a veteran. Wow. He's smart. He's one of those old, experienced blue line guys. Hey, man, you can't drive. Harrell claimed his parking lot. Traffic control reason ticket. Harrell escalated, questioning him about the law. You want to go to jail. Go ahead and put your hands on your back. When asked why he was being cuffed, I'm concerned that you're going to continue this unsafe behavior. So evidently, that's a new law in Texas, according to dumbass dickhead cop here, that if I'm concerned that you might do unsafe behavior, I can arrest you now. That's like a red flag law. And you know what? Most cops would be okay with that. Yeah, we should be able to arrest people easier. Pesky citizens. Let's see here. It seemed like warning. You have forced my hand. Another officer showed up. The other officer has a ticket book. Scully, who said he's pro-police, if he's still pro-police, he's a dumbass and he should have went to jail. I hope the next cop takes him to jail. 6 months to a year. It wouldn't surprise me if he's operating a long time. Yeah, I agree. This cop has done other shit. More than a month. Department's strict policies prohibiting officers from violating individual rights. Well, this guy violated a lot of rights. If this guy's still a cop, they must not have that strict of a policy. You're here, all this defund the cops, everything like this. This is why that shit happens, Scully said. That's exactly right. This is why good citizens hate you freaking tyrant cops now. Because that's what you do. So here's the Texas City It's texascitytx.gov. And the police chief is Joe Stanton. Here's his email and his phone number, 409-643-5750. There's a physical address. Let's see what the police chief ends up doing on this. If he protects this dude and he hires people like that, he's just as much as a tyrant. If I was a police chief, I'd be sickened by this guy's conduct. The fact that this guy thinks that he can do this on camera says there's a policy and a top-down problem. Other cops are going to see this when this guy gets away with it and know that it's okay to treat citizens that way. Everybody call Chief Stanton, 409-643-5750. We'll end that there. Earning the hate.